I've addressed the 49er players, the coaches. Now, as we go into Seattle on a dreary day, I'm going to talk to the faithful. And I'm going to talk about our expectations and why we're having challenges right now. Gary Lamb, Main Event Mania, 49ers versus Seattle Seahawks. Pre-show, let's go. And I'm going to tell you, 49er faithful, why we are having challenges. And it comes down to two players. It's kind of an oversimplification, but think about this. We are missing two players, one on offense, one on defense, with the ITT. Intelligence, intuition, and timing. And I'm talking about first, CMC on offense, and Talanoa Hufanga on defense. Let's start with CMC. Before that, I'm going to lay the groundwork for the 49er identity. 49er skill players are brute force or brute speed players, starting with guys like Raheem Mostert, Breida with that brute speed, but now we are a full brute power team. Starting with our tight end George Kittle. He's fast, but this guy would rather block you and knock you down and run power than make catches, which he does make fantastic catches. His hands look better than ever. The guy looks good. But as opposed to a Christian McCaffrey, who is a ball player, who has all the athletic talent, I'm not saying he's just a brain player, an intuition player, but a second generation talent. His dad played in the NFL. He just has a knack for being at the right place at the right time. All right? Kittle's just a bruising, fast, speed player. He can do those things, but it's not his knack. He uses Kyle Shanahan as his brains. Kyle Shanahan wants to be the brain inside of the body of these players. Same with, obviously, Debo. I'm not saying this guy's dumb, but he's brutal. He uses brutality. He doesn't have a knack for being at the right place at the right time. Okay? It's brutality, power, and speed. When he had it, he's slowing down. I hate to say it. Same with Brandon Ayuk. Another guy. Beautiful routes, but it's still, he doesn't have that knack to be on the same page with Brock Purdy. He runs these beautiful routes. He can be thrown open. But it's like brute force with the skill. It's not like this wonderful knack. And even before this season, you've seen him and Brock Purdy not being on the same page, right? As opposed to Christian McCaffrey, where it's just like, okay, even if one play, Christian and Brock aren't on the same page, they both understand it. Next play, they get it together. They get in the end zone. And look at Christian McCaffrey just has a knack for getting in the end zone that the 49ers, even though they have a roster full of talent, they're brutal players. And I love that. That's the 49er identity. But you need a little finesse, a little something, a little je ne sais quoi, a little that intuition, a little that think first players when it comes naturally to guys like Christian McCaffrey, and later I'll talk about Talanoa Hufanga. Intelligence, intuition, and timing. That's what the 49ers are missing in the end zone, because when it's brute force on brute force, sometimes the guys could jump higher, are stronger. You just got to know where to be at the right time, and that's what the 49ers are missing. And look at Jordan Mason, fantastic. But man, sometimes the guys are just stronger than you. It's hard to just line up, and put a hat on a hat. But that's what we got to do. We got to put a hat on a hat. What's going to resolve this issue in the red zone is put a damn hat on a hat. Stop getting all fancy. Put a hat on a hat. Run Mason. Beat your damn man down. Because that's who we are. We don't have that finesse player, so why the fuck are we bullshitting around? Shanahan? Alright? We can't stop bullshitting around. Give it to Debo underneath and let him get him in. But hat on a hat with the blockers. That's what we gotta stop coaching players we don't have and play the fucking players. Play the game plan we do. That is what the 49ers' weakness is. That's what Shanahan's weakness is sometimes. He coaches a system. Sometimes he doesn't coach the players he actually has. Let's live in reality. We have brutal players! Coach brutally, because that's who the hell we are! Let's fucking go. But I'm talking to the fans. We can't expect, this Christian McCaffrey efficiency in the red zone. Brutal teams are field goal kicking teams. And that's what it is. Like the New York Giants of the past, back in the Bill Parcells days, we are a field goal kicking team. Expect that. Okay, now let's flip sides the ball. We can't expect 30 a game because some guys can score and some guys can't. Some guys got the looks, they got the body, they got the money, but they ain't got the game. And guess what? Christian McCaffrey he's got the game to score. Either you know how to score or you don't. I'll leave it at that. All right, back to this side. Talanoa Hufanga. Another guy with the IIT. Intelligence, intuition, and timing. My Tongan brother, he just knows how to play the game. And Malik Mustafa, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Hey, if you could put Talanoa's head and heart in Malik's body, you had a hell of a player because Talanoa knows where to be. He knows how to process. When he makes a mistake, he learns how to do it, right? But guess what? The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Talanoa's out again. But we are missing the guy who gets that turnover. So now the 49ers are relying on brute force. So 49er faithful. We want to play the young guys. We want to play the fast guys. Guess what? D. Winters is fast, but he misses tackles. Malik Mustafa, he's fast, but he sometimes don't run the right way. Same with Jair Brown. We want to play Renardo Green. They're going to make mistakes. So there's going to be some brutality. There's going to be some brute force, but there's going to be some errors. And I've already talked to Fred Warner. I've talked to Nick Bosa. Not in real life, but I'll be here. But they should listen to me because I know what the hell I'm talking about. And they need to stop talking to the press and start talking to their coaches and start talking to the young guys. Be the leaders. Be the change you want to be, brothers. Because I don't question your game. But when you make the money you are part of the management. You are the system. So you got to get guys aligned. You got to be the change you want to be. You got to put up with the stuff. You got to be the bad guy, man, and say, Jair, fucking know your assignment. Tatum Bethune. I kind of like to see that guy in the field, right? But if we want to see Tatum Bethune out there and D. Winters, they're going to make mistakes. They're going to make errors. They're going to run the damn wrong way. So we can't expect precision, but we can expect effort. So, faithful, there's going to be some miscommunication. There's going to be some errors. But expect the effort, but expect some mistakes. So, manage your expectations. Because you know what? As a therapist, I know this. What ruins any relationship is unrealistic expectations. So, we're going to be faster if we play the young guys. But we're going to run the wrong way and make mistakes. All right. And speaking of mistakes, Brock Purdy, before everyone's now down on you again, the roller coaster up and down, right? I say, bro, you got to stop running around with a chicken with your head cut off. And you know what? The receivers aren't getting open. Fine. You want to get paid. Fine. It's really not your fault. But again, you are the guy. You're the chosen one. Not Danny Dimes, not Sam Darnold, or Sam Darnold, what the hell. He was on this team, he's gone. Not Trey Lance. He was on this team, he's gone. With a busted elbow, you were chosen as the guy. Okay? So as the guy, you got to tell the young guys what to do. And what we can't happen with you, you can't lose your head. You can't turn the ball over and you can't get hurt. Or the 49ers season will be really down 6 feet in the dirt. Okay? 49er faithful, we got to manage our expectations even with Brock. He's 24 years old. He's married. He's a Christian. The only fun he has in between the lines. I tell him what to do, but he's a young guy. He's going to make mistakes. So we got to live with that. But we got to be on the same side of the chain. We're all in the same gang. Gary Lamb, Minute Mania. 49er Seahawks preview. God bless you. Keep it real. Keep it clean.